What's up, great people of the world? This is Glenn Legacy Davis, coming at you again with another lecture. And today, I'd like to touch on a topic of world peace and what would it take to begin or create world peace? What process would we go through? What steps would we take? You know, when I first started thinking about this, like most of you, I thought we need to get rid of nuclear weapons, war, guns, money, so on and so on, and change the structure of society, and come to find that that's really not the case here. Looking back at history, now, when I learned in school, Columbus, all our, we all come from other countries, nationalities, whatever. And Columbus came here. We learned in school he was a hero, and he was a great person and whatnot, and he saved blah, 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 this and that. But come to find out now, new studies find that Columbus was actually a mass murderer. Him and his whole fleet, their ships ran aground in near Florida, on the coast of Florida, where the Florida Keys were. And there was a tribe, I can't recall the name right now, but this tribe helped rebuild his ship twice, and didn't ask for nothing. They were great, caring, giving, and compassionate, honest, pure, great people, spiritual people, inner enlightened people who had much compassion and care and didn't ask for nothing. Columbus looked at him, and I guess, the story with documents, these are documents now that have been brought out, and he went back, and I guess he found out that there was something that he can get off this land and come back. He started enslaving, and he ran into this tribe again. He slaughtered all of them, him and his fleet, him and his ships. The documents go. You can look it up. Look it up. He enslaved many of them, killed all of them, just wiped them out. He fed. No, some of you might not want to hear this, but I'm going to tell you, he fed the tribes and his children to their dogs. Okay? This is sick to say, excuse me, but I want to bring this out. You can look it up for yourself. This isn't for everybody, and I should say, if this is sensitive material, if you don't want to hear it, I just advise you to shut down now. But what he did was he cut hands off of these slaves that he enslaved. These tribes people cut their hands off and wore them around his neck on a rope and chain when they try to escape. And this is Columbus. This is the man who gets all the recognition in the world. Okay. Now, see, where we stem from, most of us are European descent. Not all of us. A majority of us are European descent. Most of us have European in us, and the people who congregated here, they were killers. And your history goes back, and my history goes back to people who were not well grounded. They're not the best apple in the bunch. Now, why? Why would this be? Well, now, my last lecture I talked about governance and why is the world the way it is. If you think about it, they structured a governance system to keep us in check. Now, why do I bring this up? Why am I saying this? Because here's why. Our genetic code, comes from, like, our past history. Comes from a group of people who weren't the best people in the world. They weren't the nicest people in the world. Okay, and you got to wonder now, why do you think there's laws and rules? And this is why. This is what I come to believe. This is only my philosophy. This is my theory, and it's what I believe. I'm not saying I'm right, but now there's laws in check for us, and knowing that, at 18 we should be adults, but no, we have the big adult, the government, even we have to abide by their rules, and we're still children, because they don't let us make up our own minds to do anything. They assume that we're bad people, but are we? No, I said everybody's born innocent, caring, compassionate, good human beings, and that's true. Now, what I'd like to state is, we made this mistake years ago, and I'm talking years ago, when these fleets came over here and discovered North America, and the whole history of the Pilgrim, the Indian, and all this and that. I'm sure you know. I'm not going to get into detail, but we stem from this. Our genes, our history, stem from not the best apple in the bunch. Like I said, now, world peace. If you want to start world peace, see, the most important creation in the world is not the creation of money, government, nuclear weapons, technology, cell phones, vehicles, factories, manufacturing plants, or material items, the mainstream world, what we see on television. And just imagine TVs, TVs, you could walk down every street at night and see these screens flickering in the windows. They're built to keep you withdrawn from society, not to socialize. They're built so you can sit and watch a screen with somebody else's life, fake made up life, not your own. They don't want you to pay attention to your own life. You have to watch somebody else live their life, and you get into that. The news. The news can't wait to talk about somebody else and bring out all the bad. Well, this happened today. And for some reason, including me, this is the strangest thing, we enjoy this stuff. We enjoy violence. We enjoy, not love, though. That's the thing. No love. Love is different. Would rather see, what happened? How many killings happen on the news? Oh my God, we're going to war. Oh, that's interesting. And we all, this is what we see. We enjoy the roughhouse life. Now, world peace. This is the world we live in. So now you want to talk about world peace. So I'd like to state right now, as we're talking, that the most, like I said, creation of governance, money, and these are creations, the most important creation in the world is the creation of the human mind and what they call spirit. Now, they say love is peace, peace is love. But how far deep did you look into this? See, when a couple meets, two people meet, the most important creation is another being, a person, a human. The mind of a human is so much more advanced than any creature on earth. Now, when two people meet, their character traits, their genetic code, their genes, two different people form another being, another mind, another baby, another entity, another spirit. You see, this is very important, and I can't stress this enough. To fall in love first before we conceive children, not just like in today, in this world, it's got a lot better. But there was a time when I grew up that you go to the bar, have a one-night stand, and pop, out comes a baby. Sounds funny, but it's true. And this is why the minds we're creating are backwards. See, we create through the physical, what we see in the human body. We like what we see. She looks good. Man, she got a spot on this on her, that on her. She looks fine. I'm going to just, bam. Before having the feeling of love, understanding, having complete knowledge of who you are getting involved with, okay? Compassion and love first. I'm not saying get married. It's all big business. That's all political. Make sure you know who you're with, and there's that feeling of love. If two people meet and they can sense that feeling of love, have fun, conceive a child. You know it's real. We can't change the past. Hundreds of years ago, we made this mistake. Look through your history, like what I stated. We need to create well-bound genes here, which starts now. And if we don't do this, and you say, well, what do you mean my kids? No, I talk about inner enlightenment and spirituality also. And gain that. Meditate. Change your perception on life. Become so enlightened internally that no enemy shall prosper on you. No enemy can get you. You walk among society imperial. You understand? And you're not out to hurt nobody. You feel bad for the people that try to hurt you. Smile in the face of evil. And this is what and if you gain this inner enlightenment through meditation and law of attraction and other metaphysical ways, that's another way to transform yourself. You can't change your genes though, and we can't help what we did. And I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So what we did, we did. It's time to change. It starts now. It's going to take many, many, many years, but I believe the creation of the mind and the soul and the creation of another child is the most important step to world peace we can even come to. This is it right here, people. Falling in love with the internal first. Not the physical, not the body, not the looks, not internal. Get to know your person. Get to know them so well. It's up to you to start. Start right now. There's a lot of great kids in this world today, you know. In the 90s, I grew up in the 90s, and the 90s were rough. Rap music. I'm hip-hop. I'm not going to lie. I even write music. I have 2 albums. This is my art, and I write. I'm working on 2 books now, and a poetry book, chapbook. But it starts now. Back to the topic. This is where world peace starts. Love internally first, not in the physical form first. That's like a material. You might as well look at your person like a material object. Like I'm in the mainstream material world, and that's what they want. It seems like this is what we get. We see all this stuff on TV, sex, drugs, rock and roll, you know, examples. This is not the way to create a stable world. The most important creation is the creation of the human mind. A genetic code that could stem off, create better genetic codes, you see. Now, it's very important that we pay attention to this. Yes, we can't change the past. Nobody's perfect. Don't blame yourself because you have a bad kid or whatever. I don't blame myself listen, this isn't the issue. I'm just explaining. I'm not saying there's no bad person. We're all good people. Since the day we're born, we're all innocent, compassionate, caring human beings. We enter this world, a system that warps our minds even more because they assume because they weren't perfect, we're not perfect. That's wrong. Everybody's perfect. Everybody and everybody's perfect. You don't have to think how your heart pumps. It automatically pumps. You don't have to think how your liver cleans out your toxins, and you don't have to think how your blood flows through your veins or how your thyroid glands work. No, your body's perfect. They say nobody's perfect. Everybody's perfect, okay? It's the genetic codes we need to work on. They won't tell you this, though. They get commercials and videos with girls with tight skirts on, and these girls don't want. They get paid money to do that. See, if the government say government can't make or the system can't make a profit off anything, they don't want you. That's why artists don't get paid nothing. An artist created a creation from an artist, whether it's a painting, a writing, sculpture, anything an artist does, dance. That is the closest manifestation to the spirit you can get in the real physical world. That is bringing the spirit of somebody into reality, in the physical reality. That's the closest manifestation you can get. But the system don't want that. They want you to slave work out of factories, and every little object built is from an assembly line, not from your human hand. Can you imagine if every item you shop for at Walmart or every item in the store was built by each individual person? They'd be proud. I made that. Oh, you made that? Look what I made over here on this shelf. We're buying objects that are made by human hands. People should be proud of that, and everybody has a little bit of artist in them. No. We got a slave, operate a machine, a button, pick it off, package it, off it goes to the store. Slavery. But they give us money, that's the illusion. Well, you get money, you're not actually slaving. And then what happens to get money? I ain't got to go there, but this is my point. Creation of the human mind and soul and spirit is what we need to work on. We need to backtrack here. It's going to take, it would take hundreds of years. It could take longer than that, but this is, I believe, my philosophy is this. And I believe this is the answer to create world peace, along with inner spiritual enlightenment through yourself and whatnot. So, on that note, I'm going to sign off. Take care, world. Peace, love, unity. Glenn Legacy Davis. Take care. Peace.